So, oh my gosh, I'm so used to having my glasses on. Literally, I've done that multiple times. I'll push, like, go to push my glasses up and then realize my glasses are not on my face. Urgh. Okay, so I've got 45 minutes on the ham, and we've got to go to my dad's for Christmas. So I'm just going to pop on some makeup. I don't really have anything major planned. This is going to be really simple, easy makeup. And I thought I would do my end of the year Q&A with you. So I am just going to be reading off some questions and doing my makeup and talking. All the makeup I use will be listed below in case I don't say what I'm using. Alright, so let's start out with the first question. What was an important lesson you learned from your family this year? From my family this year. Well, okay, I'm going to kind of switch up the question. What's the most important thing I learned about my family this year? I learned, okay, I don't know if this is quite the answer that people, is typical of this question, but something I learned about my family this year is that we want to start doing more experiences, instead of gifts all the time, like especially for birthdays. Like this year, I know it's sad, but I honestly cannot remember what we did for Steven's birthday. Oh, we went to the splash pad, I think, with my friend Chelsea and her little girl. And that was a local experience, and that was fine. I mean, they're little, like, going down the road to do something is a big deal to them. So it's not, like with older kids who wouldn't maybe be as excited by something like that, because he was. And then for Weston, for his birthday, we went to see the wild lights in Columbus. And I have learned that is something I want to do more, is have more experiences with my kids. So most likely in the future, for their birthdays especially, it's going to be less gifts, more going and doing something. I really want to make memories and go places. So that is, Josh and I both have said that we want to do things and go and experience. So that is something that I am looking forward to. I hope to do something next summer, fun for Steven's birthday, because he will be 5. I want to do something before he goes into school. And so that is definitely, the couple, it was hard in the past, number one, because they're little, but number 2, because of my anxiety. But I feel like I am doing better with that. It's not perfect, but I do feel like it's getting better. And so I feel more okay going places and doing things. Because also for Weston's birthday, we took him in, because, when we went to the zoo, obviously we took both boys. But then we had a day where we just had Weston, and we took him in town to this children's museum and let him play, and he loved it. And, that was a nice experience just to have mom and dad all to himself. So that is definitely something I want to do better about, is planning ahead, saving, and doing things, and having experiences with the kids. Okay, next one. What are you most grateful for this past year? Our health. Now, I do believe I did come down with COVID at one point. I didn't get tested because I'd been tested in the past. And with so many people around me having been positive, I just assumed I had it, went ahead and quarantined. Actually longer than is recommended by the CDC. We quarantined for 2 weeks, me and the boys. And then Josh wasn't really around, so he stayed in his truck. But I am very grateful for our health. In my immediate family, there have been people who have been severely impacted with their health. And just in the community around us, a lot of people with COVID have not been as lucky. And I'm very, very thankful for our health. The boys were sick, but they ended up just having sinuses, and Weston had an ear infection. So I am very grateful, very blessed that our health was A-okay. Aside from small things, there was nothing, no hospitalization, nothing like that on that kind of a scale. So very, very grateful for that. Next question. What is your favorite memory from the past year of spending time with your family? Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know if just in the moment I can recall a specific memory, but it's more like the little things that the boys say as they're getting bigger. Like, especially Steven. There's some things he says and understands that just blows my mind. Like the other day, he was sitting with Josh, and Josh said he wanted snuggles, but Steven wanted to come sit with me, and he says, I will snuggle with you later. And Steven held Josh's face, and he said, I promise. And it was just, oh, it was so cute. And Weston's starting to say more. Like, I think my favorite memories of this past year is just seeing the little bits and pieces of them as they're starting to grow and get older and understand more. Just sometimes they blow my mind with what they know. Like, just, okay, the other night, we're getting ready for Santa. Steven said, oh, we need to put out cookies for Santa and carrots for the reindeer. I didn't even know he would think about something like that. And we didn't have carrots. And I said, oh, well, reindeer love candy canes. Let's put them out. I said, how many do you think we should leave out? He goes, 8. But sometimes Santa has 7 reindeer. I mean, how in the world did he know that? It just, like, just that kind of stuff blows my mind. And are my favorite memories of just the little things. And, like, when Weston's starting to say more, and I just love that. Like, they're just growing up, starting to show their personalities more, especially Weston. So, I don't have a specific memory, but the little things of seeing them grow up are my favorite, but also kind of sad. You know what I mean? How have you been supported this past year? I definitely would credit my church family with a lot of support. It's no secret I deal with anxiety and depression. I've talked about it before. Actually, the next question goes with that. And they definitely have supported me. I have had times where I've been good, and I have had times where I've been not so great. And I've had people check in on me, message me, you know, just a daily, like, hey, you doing all right? Everything good? You need anything? How you doing? And I mean, that means more to me than I can probably express, because a lot of times in my depression and anxiety, one of the lies that gets perpetuated in my mind is you're alone, no one cares, no one sees you. And that's when I really notice God steps in and allows me to see that that is a lie, because I have people who do check in on me and who do care. And I'm really thankful for that. I'm really thankful for my church family. Like, my church family, we're odd in a good way, because we're really close. Like, if somebody needs something, if the church family can take care of it, we take care of it. You know, if somebody's sick, we take them food. If somebody's hurt, I mean, it's amazing how much everybody steps in to help everybody else. For instance, I honestly had a panic attack at the end of church the other day. I was overwhelmed, I was overstimulated, and a friend of mine stayed, and she talked to me, and then she messaged me the next day to check on me, and I mean, I just felt very supported and not alone and seen, which is very important, because like I said, in the middle of my depression, that's the biggest lie I'll hear in my mind is no one cares, no one sees you. And my church family proves time and time again that that is not the case. Okay, next question. How is therapy going? Therapy was going great. I'm currently paused just because of the work situation with Josh, getting insurance re-figured out. I've had to pause it for a while, and then they had to cancel one of my previous appointments. So I haven't been in a while, but I can tell you that the things that were taught to me, and the different like coping skills that I was taught have helped me in this kind of in-between time. And I love my therapist. I feel like I can talk to her. I don't feel like I don't know. Sometimes you hear of really bad experiences with some people and their therapist, and I don't feel like I've had that. I feel like I've had a really positive experience. So as soon as we get insurance taken care of, I will 100% be going back to therapy. I think it is crazy beneficial, and I honestly miss it. So yeah, it was going great, and I plan to get back to it just as soon as I can. Pick 3 words to describe this past year. Progressive, or progressing, progress, difficult, eye-opening. So progressing, I feel like I have progressed in a lot of things, like with my anxiety and depression. Am I healed? Am I like perfect? No. Have I come a long way? Yes. I feel like I can identify trigger points, or when I'm starting to feel bad or starting to go downhill, and I'm able to express that quicker and therefore alleviate the issue quicker, if that makes sense. Like instead of drowning in it in silence, I'll be more open and honest about it so that I can get help faster. Difficult because it has still been an issue. And just like on a personal level, or not a personal level, like just a life level, you know, Josh switching jobs, taking that leap was difficult, but also needed. Like, I feel like it was difficult in our human fear of change and the not knowing, but I truly feel like everything happened to where it felt like God was just opening the doors to make it happen. Like, we needed this to work out, and it did. And then there was another obstacle, and I was like, okay, God, if you don't want it to happen, then shut it down here. And then that obstacle worked out. And then it was like, okay, well, if you don't want this to happen, there were so many obstacles. And then each time we came up against one, it was resolved and it was fixed. And I mean, other people were involved in those situations, but it was difficult, but yet it worked out. What was my third word? Did I say eye-opening? I've seen things that I want to change and do better at in the next year. One of those is just enjoying my boys. I want to serve my family better. How do I explain it? It's kind of hard to explain. Like, I want to serve my family out of love and not purely out of obligation. Like, I don't just want to serve them because I'm the mom, that's what I do, you know, and always kind of being downtrodden about it. I want to do it because, you know, I've been blessed with this family, and it doesn't mean that, like, I don't want to do other things, because I do. I have other things I want to do, but this is the season I'm in. This is the task that I have been given at this time. And I also know that this season will not last forever. And so I do want to enjoy it while I can, while it's here, while they're little. Because one day they'll be big and they won't want nothing to do with me. And I will desperately miss their little kisses and their constant hugs and their constant, Mommy, I love ya. Like, I'll miss it. And I know I will. And so I really want to do better about, I'm sorry, I know my voice. Hang on. I want to do better about having a perspective shift towards my family and my obligation, and the responsibilities that come along with that. So, those are the 3 words I think I would use to describe this year. What did you love most about this past year? I think it would be my improvement with my anxiety and depression. Like, one of the things that I would never do is ever leave the house by myself with the boys. And I did that quite a bit this year, like especially in the summer and when it was nice outside. Like on Fridays, I would take the boys over to the campground to hang out with my dad and my brother. And my dad was there, yes, but like also my dad has obligations to my brother, so like he could help me, but also I didn't count on it because I know he needed to be available to help my brother. But I went over there anyways. And there was a time I took the boys over there and played in the park without my dad being there. And I took them to get their hair cut by myself. And I took them to the doctor by myself. I drove to Louisville, 3 hours away, by myself with the boys. And so definitely the overcoming a lot of my fears about going out and about with the boys by myself, I'm very proud of that. Like on a personal level, of what I accomplished in this last year. Okay, less personal, intense questions. What was your favorite purchase of the year? Okay, so I'm gonna just apply that to makeup. Ooh, that's a tough one. I think I bought it this year. I actually did my favorite, like, best makeup of the year. If you want to check out that video, probably the Flower Beauty Fiber Fix Brow Gel. I think I discovered this year. If I haven't, this is like probably my most used thing. Like if I'm really doing super quick makeup, this mascara, lip, done. This is one of my favorites. I mean, it is just an outstanding product. It's fast, especially when I don't accidentally shave off the end of my brows. This is wonderful. It's quick. It fills them. No muss, no fuss. Fantastic. Also, probably one of my most used products was this bronzer from Believe Beauty. This is the Sunstruck Marbleized Bronzer in Golden Sienna. I use the crap out of this. Like, if you watch any of my videos from spring and summer, once I discovered this is literally all I used. Fabulous bronzer. I mean, you just can't beat it. It's this beautiful shade with a little bit of a golden shift. Fantastic. So those two are probably like my top. Coming in third would probably be the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. Use it all the time. I actually just use it for my quick makeup. So those are probably like my top 3 products, I would have to say, because I use them constantly. Okay, what is one goal you have for the next year? Well, kind of stemming off one of the questions that I answered earlier, I do want to save and, you know, be able to have some type of big fun experience for Steven for his 5th birthday. I would love to see my channel grow. I really have tried to be diligent about uploading every 3 days. Generally, that works out to 2 videos a week. Sometimes that means 1. It kind of depends on how it works out. But I would like to see my channel grow. I would like to, I mean, it would be awesome to hit 1,000 subscribers and make money off something that I enjoy doing. I mean, if I don't, that's fine, because this is kind of like something I do to relax. But if I could do it and make money, I mean, that would be cool. Honestly, my goal from here to through the summer is to enjoy time with the kids. Like, again, I want to serve them in love and Josh as well, but I just want to enjoy this time because Steven will be 5, possibly going to school. If he goes to school, we may see about sending Weston to preschool. So then my kids will be in school and we'll be starting that chapter. So my goal is to try my best to enjoy them as much as I can. That's not to say we won't have days where I'm like, I'm done, but I really want to try to enjoy them more. So those are my goals as of right now. Okay, so this is just off topic. One of my goals, it's not going to be next year, but within the next 5 years, maybe, I want to take my family on a vacation. And I mean, like, my mom's side of the family. Like, I want my mom, both my aunts, my cousin, her kids, my sister, my family, my grandma, the uncles. Like, I would love to have us all go on vacation somewhere. I think it would be so fun. Like, go to Tennessee and rent a cabin, and a big cabin, and just have us all there, all enjoying each other, not having to rush, not having to get here or there, but just having actually planned time to spend together. Because one of the things that I like, when we left Christmas, I kind of was down because I felt like we didn't really have time to sit and chat. Like, you know, we were busy. Everybody's passing out presents, everybody's opening presents, and we're doing the whole spiel, which is fine. But, like, I just want to have time to sit and enjoy each other and talk. You know what I mean? And then, like, have a night where all the girls go out, or have a night where all the uncles and the guys go out. Like, just have time to be with each other. I think that would be awesome. So that's a goal I have for the future. I also, in the next 5 years, would like to go, not even like a full-blown vacation, maybe just like an overnight trip, 1 or 2 nights would be fine. I would love to go on a trip with Josh, just me and Josh. We have not had a solo trip since before I got pregnant with Steven. And we went to Tennessee. I would like to go to the beach, just me and him. I don't know if that's plausible or not. But like with the boys being so small, I'm not so game for them going to the beach right now. I would take them like to Tennessee or something. But I would love for me and him, even if that's too far away, just me and him to have like 2 nights to ourselves to go somewhere and stay all night. I think that that would be awesome. Okay, let me see what the last question here is. What is something you did right this year that you want to continue in the new year? There for a while, I was doing really good about being in the Word and studying. I was in a Bible study, and I was doing a daily reading, and I was doing my Bible, and in doing these things, it put my mind on good things above. And, you know, it had me focusing on things that are good, things that are noble, things that are pure. And it focused my mind. And obviously, if I have to focus on stress and anxiety or God's Word, I want to focus on God's Word. So, something I did right for a time was being in His Word. You know, whether I did one or the other, doing something every day that focuses my mind. I was turning on Christian music and letting it play in the background. I kind of stopped doing that. So, going into the new year, I definitely want to focus on my relationship with God. I want to get back into doing something every day, whether I do my breakdown Bible study, or I do my prayer journal, or I get into a devotional or a Bible study, something where every day I'm spending time in the Word somehow. That is something that I definitely want to do for the new year. We need a lip. Let me find a lip. All right, friends. Well, that is my, what year was it? 2021 wrap up. Ooh, is that right? Yeah. We're going into 2022. Oh my gosh. My sister's about to graduate high school. That blows my mind. We've got to go prom dress shopping in February. Whew, we got a lot of things to do. I'll be taking you along with me for that, for sure. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you have had a wonderful holiday. I hope you have a fantastic new year. Be safe. Be kind, and I will see you back here in 2022. Thank you for watching. I hope you will like and subscribe. Bye-bye.